Alright gang, so as y'all can tell from the title of the video, we finna talk about them Powerpuff Girls because the way that people sleep on them and doesn't consider them one of the most OP powerful superheroes in all of cartoons is honestly disgusting. People always talk about Ben 10, Danny Phantom, Generator Rex, XJ9 even, but a lot of people will not talk about them Powerpuff Girls and I'm like, are we missing the fact that they're one of the most powerful superhero cartoons ever? One of the most powerful cartoon superheroes ever. And look, prime example of this. I posted something on my Instagram story talking about who would win in a fight, Aang from Avatar or Blossom. And listen, when I tell y'all that Aang absolutely blew Blossom out of the water, I'm like, bruh, y'all don't know who Blossom is. It's disgusting. So that's why I'm making this video, to talk about the Powerpuff Girls, to talk about their powers and abilities and their feats, because a lot of people just ain't cultured. One of my favorite things to talk about from the Powerpuff Girls is their speed. These little girls are so goddamn fast. In the Powerpuff Girls movie, they destroyed Townsville just racing and ripping through it. That's all it took for them to destroy the city. Was to zip, zam, zoom through the whole city and it was destroyed. Speed go crazy right there. Then in this one episode, the Powerpuff Girls raced home from school and traveled through time. They traveled through time racing home from school. And that's one thing to try and time travel, like that being the goal of you going so fast, like, oh, I'm gonna travel through time. But no, the Powerpuff Girls weren't trying to travel through time. They were having a friendly race home and ended up in the future. They ended up in the future racing home using their super speed. Come on now. And their super strength? Bro, they fight Godzilla-sized kaiju monsters regularly. The Powerpuff Girls are like this big, granted. They like yay big. They're not big at all. So match this up to the size of Godzilla or King Kong and Mothra, all them other monsters, bro. The Powerpuff Girls are so damn strong. We've seen Bubbles catch a school bus full of people. We've seen Blossom catch a plane full of civilians. We've seen Buttercup catch a giant ship being thrown at her. And see, that's just the super speed and the strength alone. Bro, them two abilities alone, the speed and the strength, is enough for them to solo and destroy a lot of different superhero teams, characters, and whoever else. Oh my god, I don't know if y'all ever seen the episode Nothing Special, where the Powerpuff Girls essentially just show us every single power they have. But listen, that episode just goes to show how crazy OP they are. These girls can shoot lightning from their hands. They can scream and create shock waves, sound waves, whatever you want to call it. Oh, they can create shock waves as well by smashing the ground really hard. They can turn themselves into orbs of energy. They can duplicate, set themselves on fire, turn into water. Bruh, they go crazy. And can we talk about the fact that they beat the devil, essentially? That's what him is. That's what I consider him to be. The damn devil. He's one of the most evil and vile villains from the Powerpuff Girls. And they beat him every time. 5-year-old little girls beating the devil. How does that sound? There's a moment in Powerpuff Girls where they go up against like a superhero team that's supposed to be like a play on the Avengers or the Justice League and whatever else. And the Powerpuff Girls, I believe they wanted to be a part of the team, but they wouldn't allow them because, you know, they're little girls and they don't think they have what it takes. And when I tell y'all that the Powerpuff Girls blew them heroes out of the water, it's not even funny. Bubbles had to race this one character to see who was the fastest, and Bubbles won. I think Bubbles started the race late, actually. Like she wasn't paying attention. I could be wrong, and that could be another episode, but I know Blossom dusted that ass in the race. I know that happened for sure. Then Buttercup was basically in a muscle-off weightlifting challenge with the super strength character from the superhero team, and Buttercup won. She lifted up, I think she lifted up a mountain with the dude on top of it, or she lifted him up, or he was holding up a mountain. One or the other. Something of that nature. I'm not sure what Blossom had to do for her challenge, but I know she had to do something and she won. And if we want to be serious, the only villains we've ever seen really beat the hell out of the Powerpuff Girls, like disrespectfully to the brink of death, is the Rowdy Rough Boys. And you know why? The Rowdy Rough Boys are essentially made from exactly what the Powerpuff Girls are made of. Not sugar, spice, and everything nice. I believe it was a dog's tail, armpit hairs, snails, and whatever Mojo found in the toilet. So the only real villains that could really beat the hell out of them were villains that were essentially mirror versions of them. You see what I'm saying? All I'm really trying to say is that the Powerpuff Girls are really OP and they're strong as hell. These 5-year-old kindergartners really get active. See, I ain't even going to talking about how Blossom has ice breath, how Bubbles can talk to animals. I ain't even get into the little minor powers they got either. You know, the heat vision and how they got this move where they clap their hands together and they shoot a beam to the center and it makes one big laser. I didn't talk about how Blossom's bow is a bomb. I mean, that's not a power, but it's there. The Powerpuff Girls are really some of the most OP heroes in cartoons. And y'all gotta stop sleeping on them. Because the fact that people genuinely think Aang can beat Blossom, that is disgusting. That is disturbing. That is a no-no. Man, I think I just had to have a quick rant about the Powerpuff Girls and how these girls are really some of the most powerful cartoon characters of all time, and I'm not arguing about it. They're up there with Ben 10. They're up there with Danny Phantom. They're up there with Generator Rex. Well, they're past Generator Rex. They're up there with XJ9. They're past XJ9 as well. Bro, all I'm trying to say is the Powerpuff Girls is really one of the best cartoon superhero teams of all time, and we gotta give them their props. I just had to get that off my chest, y'all. I had to rant. But as always, like, comment, subscribe, all that good YouTuber shiz. Follow me on Instagram at finding.miko. Follow me on TikTok at findingmiko. I'll be sure to show you guys my pages right now. But yeah, I will see y'all in the next video. Feel free to let me know what y'all want to see me talk about in the comments because I will get to it, I promise. And yeah, see y'all in the next video.